So today is my mom's birthday, and we kept it really low key today because my mom just recently underwent a major back surgery and she is still on her road to recovery. She's doing well. However, she didn't really feel up to going out or really doing too much of anything today, which is totally understandable. So I spent a good part of the day just running out, picking up some things for her, going to grab some of her favorite foods that she requested um, to have today, and just spending time with her and my dog. And fun fact, my birthday is also coming up next week, and my mom and I tend to celebrate our birthdays together whenever I can come home. And depending on what we have planned, if we have planned something like maybe an event or something that we're going to, depending on what day it falls on, we'll either celebrate our birthdays together on her birthday or we'll celebrate our birthdays together on my birthday. But this year we didn't have anything planned because she just had surgery and it's going to take her a couple of months before she's back to 100% being able to do all of the things that she can normally do, such as drive a car and all of that. So I'm sharing this with you today because I just want to take a moment just to just have a moment of gratitude. I'm really thankful and just so grateful that I am able to spend this time with my mom and also with my with my dog, who's right here on the floor next to me, sleeping. His favorite pastime. But I'm really thankful and grateful that I was able to take a career break at this time. Um, as you know, or I've mentioned before, I am on a career break primarily to recover from burnout, and I'm hitting reset pretty much on my whole life. Um, and during this process, I also am, undertaking some caregiving responsibilities while my mom recovers from burnout. And I'm grateful for the fact that I'm able to be in a position to actually quit my job, which is what I did a couple of months ago, and come home without the stress and worry of, you know, income and, bills and debt and things of that nature, and able to be here 100% fully present to help my mom and just to also map out what the next chapter in my life is going to look like. And I'm grateful that I was able to just make a few good financial decisions that allow me to be in the position that I am today. And I know that sometimes from the outside looking in, especially when talking to friends or family, sometimes they're a bit surprised when, when I tell them, yeah, I'm just taking a break from work right now, um, just so that I can kind of breathe and figure stuff out, right? Without going too deep, sometimes I'll go deep, but ultimately, I think when everything on the outside, appears to be going perfect in your life, you have an amazing job, you have a nice high salary, you've gotten your master's degree or some, other advanced degree, you're doing all the things right, you're taking care of yourself, um, you're taking care of your family. Sometimes it can be a bit surprising, I think, when you decide to just step away from that for a minute. And that's what I chose to do. And I'm grateful that I was able to put myself in the position to do that and not have to continue to grind it out despite feeling, you know, drained, exhausted, unfulfilled, and just directionless, right? You're just working just to be working, right? I'm just very thankful that I'm able to, make I was able to make this decision because I know not everybody can make that decision. Um, and I also understand that, life is not perfect. A lot of times things don't go how I plan for them to go or how I would like them to go. And that's okay. Learning how to, adjust and continue on is very important. And even when things aren't going the way that we hoped, I think it's still important for us from time to time to still take a minute and, you know, appreciate the things that are going right for us and just have that moment of gratitude. I think it's important for us to say it out loud, or even if it is just to ourselves. It's important because it helps keeps us grounded. I think it also helps keeps us in the present, just keeps us in the moment of what we are, you know, going through, experiencing the direction in which we're taking our lives. When we talk about lifestyle design and just wanting more for ourselves or wanting different for ourselves, it's not always about wanting more, 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 like materially, right? Or financially. It's not always about that. It's more so about wanting to feel like more fulfilled, in life, and just wanting to have more purpose and meaning and just doing things that align better with the things that you value. So that's what this video is, just a moment of gratitude. And I'd love for you to just take a moment and just think about the things that you know you have to be grateful for in this moment. Despite what may be going on, things might be going good. All the more reason, right, to express our gratitude. So, birthday celebration for my mom. It's a pretty low key, day, getting back to that. But I am looking forward, to spending some time with my mom next week because each week that passes by, she's getting a lot better. Her energy is getting, she's getting more energy and stuff. And I'm just very happy that things are going pretty good so far. And she already told me that she'd rather spend time and hang out with me on my birthday. So I think we're going to go to the movies, which is already kind of what I planned on doing anyway. So it'll be good for her to, get a chance to kind of get out and get some fresh air. Um, and so I haven't decided what movie though that I want to see because there's three right now at the top of my list, but Scary Movie 6 just came out, and I'm kind of leaning towards that because it's been years. I think I skipped number 4 and 5. I'm pretty sure I saw the first three, but I might have seen all of them. I can't quite remember. But the trailers look hilariously offensive. So, but there's also the movie I Love Boosters, which is a nice, spin, a nice change from, the sequels times 10, right? Or the remakes times 10 that we have been getting over the, last few years in movies. Um, but in any event, I am looking forward to that. And, you know, and just continuing on the path that I, set for myself and just being grateful again, just a moment of gratitude, just expressing gratitude that I am working, I am building something no matter how slow the progress may seem, just keeping that, in my mind as I continue to document my journey each day. We're on the road to 100 videos, but honestly, I might just keep going until I just really, can't. As I get better with you know, making the videos, doing the editing and thumbnails and stuff, and become a little more efficient at what I'm doing, I can definitely see, me continuing on a daily, journey, if not maybe for a little bit, taking my foot off the pedal, just a little. But as of right now, I'm going to just keep going unless life really gets in the way. But we've got 9 more videos to go until we get to 100. So definitely, excited about that. But let me know in the comments something that you're grateful for today. I'd love to join in on that, on that moment of gratitude with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and taking a moment to, be grateful for what you have going on, right in your life. And that's a wrap for me. And until the next video, I will see you in the next one. Take care.